Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play Dragoon X Omega II. Last episode, Sargon defeated Tyris, rescued Princess Kaya, and got the Sun Key, one of the keys needed to open the Great Divide. He's going to have to get the air key off of Lord Sai, but before he can do that, he's going to have to find some way to cross the swamps. There's a swamp to the southwest, and there's also a swamp to the south of the Marsh Temple. Both of those are blocking off progression for us. To progress now, though, we need to just take out the Varion here. Defeating the Varion will cause one of the men in the village of Endengard there, Dean, to give us a motorbike, which is this game's equivalent of the canoe in Final Fantasy I, and allow us to cross those swamps in both directions. So we're going to come here to defeat the Varion. This dungeon is very, very short. It's going to be a pretty easy dungeon for us because of the level grinding that we did. As you can see, we leveled up to level 10. We're almost at level 11. We'll pick up a level 11 here. And we maxed out our herb supply. Herbs are basically going to be used to heal ourselves between battles. And we're going to have to get another type of healing, though, for in battles. We're going to get these pills, which heal more hit points than the herb does. The pill does about 200 hit points restores. The herb does about 40 to 50. So eventually enemies are going to start being able to do a lot more damage to us. Now the enemies in here, the main damage they do is basically through the venom spell. There's also another skill called Keystone, which also poisons you. So because pretty much every single enemy in this area uses that skill, Venom or Keystone, when we enter this thing, the first place we wanted to go was into the upper right, because there we get the Lamina accessory, and that you can use in battle, as you saw in the last battle, to remove the poison counter. That way we save on using the antis. So just going to want to keep antis around because we're eventually going to get rid of that accessory, because there's better accessories later on in the game that prevent other statuses instead. So, and you only have limited inventory. So we fall down this hole, and that takes us into the Varion's lair. You just head up here to this narrow hallway. See these red eyes. Press the A button, and that summons the Varion. So. Not a very tough battle, mainly because, like I said, we did all that level grinding. Level grinding is mainly just for actually the next dungeon that we're going to go to. But getting up to level 10 gives us 3 shots of this Gene Rot spell, and we can use that. Gene Rot causes about 20 to 80 damage on all enemies. We're doing single targets here, though, like it's doing a little bit more damage. And it's really cutting through the Varion's hit points. When you run out of Gene Rots, you can just use the Bolt spell to finish the Varion off. And depending on how you roll, it should only take about 4 or 5 turns. And defeating the Varion will get us the Zeph Room, which will cure the madness back in Endengard. Once we cure the madness, then we'll be able to have Dean, one of the inhabitants of the village, there repair this hover bike. So there's one more enemy we want to fight in here. Luckily we get it on the way out. I don't have to grind it all. It's the soldier enemy. Kind of just a palette swap with that enemy right there, the drone. We take it out. And we're going to head back to the village and see what they have to say. Now that we've killed the Varion and basically have the cure for the madness that it inflicted upon the people there. And they're going to, besides giving us that hover bike, they'll also give us a new direction on where we need to go. So the game's kind of going to split. There's 2 ways we can go, and we'll see that here once we get to the town. The Zeph Room, truly you are the greatest of the Shogunate to have killed the Varion. Endengard is eternally in your debt. We got it, how can we ever thank you? And now the people who were mad, they're now okay. Some of them say that humanity is not native to this world, that our ancestors came from the stars above this place, but who believes that? Anyone who's played Dragoon X Omega I. The place where you did battle with the Varion was once a temple where humans were sacrificed to it. Thanks to you, that hall will never have to happen again. Lord Sire of Artemis destroyed his bridge to his kingdom. A vast swamp blocks the back way to Artemis. It's impassable. It is said that Lord Sire of Artemis was one of the greatest PSIers that ever lived. He is humiliated to have been stalemated by Lord Hyga, who cannot use PSI. Thank you for curing us. It was so horrible during the sickness. I had no idea what was real anymore, and the world was a nightmare of pain. Dean can fix almost any machine he gets his hands on. He's fond of digging up ancient relics in those swamps and bringing them back to life. Dean had his grandson captured by the Varion and killed. He's going to be very, very thankful, and he will show his thanks by giving us that motorbike. He lives in the house there to the left. The city of Pogador is southwest of here. Artemis consists of a small number of men. The only contact they have with the outside world is through trade for food and such. So our two routes, now that we're going to get this hover bike, are Artemis, which you go south of the Marsh Temple, or we can go to Pogador to the southwest. We're going to go to Pogador first because we're going to be able to get better equipment there that'll help us when we go to Artemis to seek out Lord Sai. Now the enemies in Lord Sai's castle are going to be mainly magic users. So they'll be doing quite a bit of damage. They won't be able to keep up with it just by using herbs healing. So it's important that we go to Pogador first, not only just get better equipment, better weapon, better armor, but we'll also be able to buy pills, which are basically stronger herbs. Herbs are basically like potions, and these guys would be kind of considered like high potions. So yeah, the herbs won't be enough to keep up with the damage that enemies in the next area will be dealing to us. So a lot of the level grinding that we did for the Varion is also for the next area as well, which is Eternus, where Sai's castle is. We saw that bridge that had two broken spots in it. If those broken spots weren't there, we'd be able to get right to Sai's castle, but as it is currently, we're going to have to take the long way around by going on this through the swamp to the south of the Marsh Temple. Now, Pogador is, as soon as you get out of the swamp, if we would have went to the left, we would have got there. But I'm just going to head up this way real quick to show off a future destination. Basically, up here is the Great Divide, which is the big wall that basically separates the kingdom here of Hylas from where all the monsters are. So, not that there's not monsters here, but where the main monsters were. So, that is blocked off by two seals. It's just a small little dungeon, slightly bigger than the Varion's lair. But unfortunately, the first key, the first door that we run into there is locked by the air key, so we won't be able to open it. Otherwise, we'd be able to go in. If we had the sun key, we have the sun key right now. But without that air key, we can't go in and loot some of the treasure in there. So that was interesting that the game developers thought of that. Otherwise, we could go into the dungeon, do a little bit of the dungeon, and get some better treasure. But we can't because the first door we're going to see is going to be locked by that air key that we need to get from Lord Sai. So let's head to Lord Sai's place, but before we do that, we're going to head to the southwest to Pogador, that village that we were told about after we defeat the Varion. We're going to be able to get level 4 PSI spells there. We're able to get a level 5 PSI spell, but unfortunately we don't have the levels to cast it. And we'll also be able to get a weapon and armor upgrade. Strange beasts roam the swamps now. They're trapped in the city for the most part, but can easily defend it from our walls. Welcome to Pogador, the trade hub of Hylas. Where did you dock your boat? Oh, you rode that thing. So this is Tao, he's in his name, and Curious is my name. If you haven't come across any strange old artifacts, maybe we can make a trade. If you get the watch from the Marsh Temple, he's the guy you can give it to. But if you just go here with the Marsh Temple, with the watch from the Marsh Temple, you won't get the dialogue. So, like I said, we'll do the trading sequence all at once. But he's the first one in the trading sequence, so people here with PSI also went insane and either left or were killed by others. Here's the doctor. We want to get some pills. Buy about 5 of them for now. Eventually we want to max out pills. But money's going to be start getting a little bit tighter in this area, so. Like I said, we got equipment, arms, and PSI to buy, so you should go to Loka. One of Skiffles was asking about the demons the other day. Last I saw, he headed east. So that's the way to tell you basically go to the Great Divide. How Skiffles is going to get through the Great Divide without the keys, I don't know, but he does. We'll end up finding about Skiffles much later on in the game. You're learning more about Lord Sire of Artemis. We've got all these houses here that look like they have doors, but we can't enter them. I know this one though, and upgrade our plate armor and plate helmet into alloy armor. So the plate armor gives 12 defense, and the plate helmet gives 6 defense. The alloy armor gives 15 defense, and the alloy helmet gives 8. So we'll get plus 5 to our defense in total. We're also going to end up getting plus 5 to our attack power, because we're going to be able to get the next gun in this area, the flak rifle. Pick it up. There we go. And sell that shotgun. Most weapons, as soon as you get a better replacement for it, you can sell. There are a few weapons though that we will want to keep though, for their properties. What a beautiful scene. Things like that can be found in the swamps here, but I never seen one work. Who fixed it for you? Dean from Endengard. The flood destroyed most of the city. The high ground where we stand was the only part unscathed. So we'll buy all these spells. Even the Aura Tap, even though we don't have the levels to cast it yet. As you can see, spells are going to get really, really expensive. You can't use level 7 and 8 of spells unless you get class changed. And that's a result of the side quest. You have to do the side quest to get that change. Alright, well that takes care of this area here. We'll hop back on our motorbike. Unlike the canoe in Final Fantasy 1, when you're on the motorbike, you can't run into enemy encounters. There's no river monsters in this game. So, I guess that kind of stinks because you know, the river monsters tend to be a pretty decent experience for the time when you ran into them. But I guess it's good in the sense that, you know, we don't. It's an easy way to avoid encounters if you're trying to get somewhere fast or save your resources. So, seeing all these enemies here. So I'm just gonna cut them out. That hopefully get us to where we need to go faster. The bridge over there is the bridge to Lord Sai's castle that unfortunately is destroyed, so we're going to have to go the long way around here. That we can finally do because we have that hover bike. And you see the swamp there below the Marsh Temple? Well, now we can cross the swamp. We can head the back way to Lord Sai's castle. There's 2 new enemies in this area. Dead end up here, but we'll run into the enemies here. Kefs. No skills, but the lack of skills of the enemies around here will be more than made up for in the Lord Sai's castle. His soldiers, much like himself, are going to be very gifted in the art of PSI, so they'll be able to hammer us with spells such as the Gene Rot spell, Ketone, which poisons us. They can also have the Aura spell to heal themselves, so. And Shadow, which helps their evasion. So yeah, the enemies coming up will be a little bit of a handle. A little difficult to handle. so that the level grinding that we did for the Varion will help out. Basically, you want to be level 10 or 11 to finish this area off here. And then those upgrades that we bought, the alloy armor and the flak rifle, will also definitely help. A little bit of a walk to go here, but you know, once you see how easy it would have been if that bridge was open, you'd be like, wow, too bad they made like a ladder like in The Legend of Zelda that you can use to just cross one-tile gaps, but so let's head up. So we got quite a little bit of a walk here, but good they gave us the run button, so this guy off. And then the castle is right to the north of us. We want to save all our magic, so that's what the herbs are for, to heal ourselves between battles here. Because we're going to want all our magic for taking out these enemies when we get into this area. But let's make a save here real quick. We use our SRAM, and we can pick up right outside this castle, even though we didn't stop at an inn or a clinic. So take care, have a good one. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye.